Hey guys, today's Friday, September the 29th of 2023, and I want to go over natural gas. So without any further delay, let's get into it. So this is more of the geometry side. Gann, the ultimate trader, W.D. Gann, said, you always have to look at the charts, but don't forget to include the geometry side of it. So let's look at the geometry side of it. I already showed you market profile, midpoints, all that other good stuff, and indicators and my simple glance. But now the most important thing is the geometry side of it. I showed you cycles, spectrum cycle, what the cycles, the weekly cycles are up. The daily cycles are down to December of 2023. And the weekly cycles are up to, I think it's October 2024. So we're going to start off with our Gann fan. These are some of the tools that Gann used. And you can see that right now we're butting heads with the 1/8. This is the 1/8 angle within this low at a 45-degree scale chart, which is very important. 45-degree scale chart. And we already, you see that we kissed it here and fail. Now we're approaching to kiss it again. And I don't know if it's going to fail or not. We know seasonality, October is kind of mixed. The 20 and the 15 year are positive, but the 10 and 5 are a little weaker. And also, my other seasonality chart shows a little dip into October, the maybe 15, 16, 17 around there. And then a nice pop into November. So of all that factoring in, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, look at my YouTube channel and look at the video that I posted called, or the thumbnail called Gap Fill. That's where I really covered a lot of this stuff, just in case you're, catching up. But I want to say that this one is important, and we're approaching it, or about to kiss it, or maybe kissed it already. It all depends. This is closes, so we'll see, if we could close above this angle. We did it here around February March the 3rd. Got that high of, I believe, I don't know if it was the ultimate high. I think maybe this was the high. It's one of those highs, 302. Maybe this is it, 302. But either way, we pierced it, but then pulled back. So let's look at some other Gann fans that I'm watching. So this is from up here, 45-degree down. This is the big kahuna, the 1x1, the 45. This is the big one. We're far away from it, but I just wanted to show you so you kind of get an idea. So this was the first low we did, and we're far from that. So nothing really interesting there. This is the important one because this is the low that we did. And so far, we're kind of oscillating back and forth. We haven't kissed it yet. So if you wanted to kind of get an idea, so we're far, and this green line right here, this is the 200 SMA. So technically, we are above all the moving averages from the 200 all the way to the 20. So that's positive. I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty positive. Let's see. If we could stay above it, that's even better. So I put this from this high, this Gann fan, and you see that we broke the, this is the 30, 45, and 60, and we broke above it. So now I could delete this because it's not as important now because prices are above the 60 degree or the 30 degree and the 45. So it's positive. Now, in regards to the square, interesting that we've been chopping around. I believe this is the 1/6. Between the 1/8 and the 1/6, oscillating back and forth. And if you can't see that really well, you see how we hit here, we go down, we almost hit it, we find support at the 1/8, we hit the 1/6, and now we're above the 1/6. So that's good. That's in the square, in the squaring the range. That's pretty good. What's important here is, so this is, if you watch my video of gap fill, I mentioned that there was some things I wanted to show you later. They're kind of, correlating here. So there is a vector point right here. This is what I call vector. I learned this from MSJ. So there's like an energy or vibration, something strong here. Think of it like, like the force of Star Wars. So if prices are ascending and they hit this, it could get either like a boost, like a super boost. Now the interesting is, where this energy or this boost is gonna be directed to? Is it gonna like turning point? Is it gonna like really explode to the upside? Or, it could be a dud, nothing happens, because I've seen that too. But keep that in mind, that there's a vector point coming here on October the 21st. And if you watched my video, some on the seasonality other chart I showed you, the October 17th, which is very close to the 21st, seasonality wise, it kind of gets an energy or an impulse higher within the 5, 10, 15 year average. Now you see this node right here, hourly hits 1002 from 823.22 high. So this high right here, if you calculate that high into hourly, you hit that time. Gann always said time and price, are correlated. They are together. They're connected. They are one. So every time you have a price of 1002, you have to look at that into the future in regards to monthly, weekly, daily, hourly, trading days, calendar days. However you could dissect time into fractal time, you're on the hunt to look for 1002. And this is hourly hits 1002. So I converted it between price and time. And you know when does that hit? October the 21st, which is a Saturday. It's okay. Something could happen Friday or Monday. So I give it a little wiggle room of 3 days. 1 day to the left. Just pretty much if it's a Saturday, I look at Friday and I look at Monday. So keep that in mind. Put that on your sticky note. There's a cluster effect coming over here, and using the square, Gann square of squaring the range from this low to this high, we're entering here. And if prices are getting this Momo as, is looking good above the 200, we could take out that 302. It could be a nice little, pop into this area right here. But this is just me speculating. I'm not saying that this is exactly what's going to happen, but you want to keep an eye on that. Let's continue. My other Gann square. So now this is a little more fractal. So now I'm taking this high of August 23rd and taking these lows. And look, we are hitting the 1/8 level. That's a pretty good accomplishment. This is a vector point, smack in the middle. And you see that it pulled back and then got this nice little rally, pulled back. And now you're seeing like the strength. Will it continue? I don't know. We'll see. Here's that hourly hitting at, I think it was 1021 or 1022, Saturday. So Friday or Saturday, that's where the hourly hits of 1002. So keep that in mind. I already mentioned that. The ellipse, nothing there. We're back in the ellipse. So this is from here to here. We're back in the game. So that's good. That's positive. Advanced support. Obviously, the 299, that's going to be interesting and challenging. And yeah, we're above all these resistance. So now this is all support. So that's good. So the one you got to keep an eye out for next week. If we could have a weekly close above 294, 299, and actually 302, that will be even better. Let's see this. Look at that. There is a vector coming into October the 22nd, and this is one of the fibs that I use here. You can see that things changed here. Let's see. I don't know. I got to look at this more. But so far, there's something lining up here for October the 20-ish, around there of that week. Pitchfork. That's positive. Let's zoom in here so we could kind of see a little bit better. That is positive. We're above the pitchfork. From this low, we've been oscillating. We pop, we pull back. We hit it, we fail, we hit it again, we fail, and now we above. So now it's very important that we stay above this angle. This angle is very, very, very important. The next angle that's very, very important is this one right here. If we could get up into that one, that's going to be very good because we could close there. And then this is the next very important one. So you got your 30, 45, and your 60. We could get above this. This is the most important one between this one and the Andrews pitchfork. Those two are very, very important. Let's see what else. So, all right. So I have that. Let me take this off right here. So this is the computer. And you can see that when I started plotting this here, the computer was indicating something about 9-1. And you can see that maybe it picked here. I was looking more for like a turning point, but sometimes they work as pivots, and nothing really happened there, just kind of pulled back. And then the computer now is indicating it's this kind of like a cluster here, lining up the October 11th, 19th, and then the last one will be the 22nd, around that 22nd, 23rd. So the 23rd is a Monday, 22nd is Sunday, and the 21st is Friday. So there's a lot of things happening there. As I showed you, hourly's getting hit, the square, we're getting a vector point, and then things, is indicating down, but you never know. We'll see how that's going to play out. Because over here was indicating down, but price action just kind of continued going sideways. So sometimes it's not a directional thing. It's more of a, pivot turning points. That's how I look at it. And lastly, and this is more for Gann traders, more Gannists, more like hardcore Gann traders. So Gann, we'll look at, there's a saying, in the occult world, as above, as below. So Gann was looking at the planets up in the heavens, and when they're doing crossover, so picture it, if you don't know anything about this, picture it like the 20 going over the 50. The planets are doing that, so you kind of like understand. And there was a crossover here on this 725, and nothing really happened there. There was a crossover somewhere around August 11th. You can see that it picked that high. So those are the little things, that Gann will research and kind of pinpoint if this, like an edge to like trading this. And there was a crossover right here on September the 4th, and it looks like it picked this low somewhere around here. You got this explosion up. So what will be your next thing to be on watch would be somewhere around 1018. Look at that. 1017 was the seasonality where you get an explosion to the upside into November. So there's a crossover with the planet, and I believe that is the sun. I think this is Mercury. So Mercury is crossing over the sun around October the 19th, around there. So you know what, you're already laughing like, come on, man, Zay, come on, you're using planets to trade. Hey, don't shut me out yet. Gann used this, and I'm a student of Gann, so I'm showing you some things. You may believe it, you may not believe it, but let's see what happens October 17, 18 from around there. You can see that it picks certain things here. We'll see. And then there's another crossover with Mars, and I believe that's probably Mercury too. The 27th around there, 27th, 28th, 27th around there, 27, 28, 29. Around there, but those are the two dates you want to keep an eye on, just in case this continues going up for another, possible turning point or another, explosion in volume, either to the upside, to the downside, or some kind of energy point where things could get a little wild. But always you got to look at volume, because volume is going to indicate if there's something really happening on any of these indications and any dates that I tell you. On gap fill video, on this video, it's all about volume. Once you see volume increasing and prices, doing some Momo, moving really fast, something's up. And there's a lot of factors. I'm showing you, a lot of things that could be possible, that could play out. It all depends, once we approach these days, volume is going to be your tip and your key to let you know, oh man, something's really cooking here in this today. And Zig said, there's an hourly hitting here on the 21st, 22nd. There's a crossover coming up. I should be paying more attention just in case and see, you know, if it just starts selling off from there. Maybe that is the pace to go short. You never know. And then on top of that, there's a gap fill. So how you like them apples? There's a gap fill to be filled. So we'll see how this is going to play out. But I'm going to sign out. I got to pick up my boys. Hopefully you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on natural gas.